Alright guys, my name's Darin, and I was on that converted this map, and I thought I'd give you all a tour and let you all know what I know about it. I'd like to put a special shout out to David Oldfield, other known as Disco. He's the one that inspired me to do a little modding and follow what he did. And also the Shy Wizard, who helped immensely in incorporating all the fabric scripts into this map. If you guys need any help, please go over to PCSG. It's the best place right now to find help. And most of the time I'll lurk over there a couple times a day to keep current on what's going on. And I think you guys should too. As you can see right now, there's the developer console, and it's showing we have no runs, no hits, and no errors. Alright, let's get this party started. Obviously, I'm doing a voiceover overlay on this. I just bought a microphone and headset from Wally World, and I'm just sitting here trying to keep up with this. Of course, we gotta walk over and look at this because I think it's just freaking cool looking. Alright, we got two big fields on Old Ridge that there's no way I'm doing it without my buddy Courseplay. This is field 13, and I found that it works best if you start in the northeast corner, head south with 3 headlands, set up for 4 meters, but actually it's 3.5. So when the SN whips around the turns, you don't miss anything. You would think you would go that way, the long way, but you will find out that Courseplay wants to run through the stagnant pond. As you can see right there, the course doesn't look too bad. Yep, the other pain in the butt would be field 12. Same settings work for that one. As you can tell, I'm not a YouTuber. I had no experience with this. This is not something I will normally be doing. So I'm just trying to make this as interesting and informative as I possibly can without having you want to jam pencils in your ears. Alright, I believe we're heading to the main dump point on the farm. It takes all your usual cereal grains. Silo system there, holds 100,000 liters of each type. This first shed holds your solid and liquid fertilizer. The triggers are inside. I do have the trigger a little bit on the outside for the solids, so if you bring bigger stuff in, well, here I go running off forgetting, hey, let's go show them where the seeds are. Noob. Alright, and here's where the seeds are. This one I do have the trigger outside the door also, so if you're bringing a big cedar back, you can get it up near the edge there and refill. Out the door real quick. I did put some fertilizer and seeds from the store to help you when you first start out. Everything on this farm proper has the snow mask already installed in it. Right here's the workshop. You can see the trigger areas there. Mostly as we go through here, I will put up the F1 menu so you can see. All the extras on the map run off the left mouse button. And this trigger also works for the maintenance for your seasons mod. At this point, I gotta be smart enough. Remember, I'm running the more realistic mod. F1, R, refill. This is where you can get fuel. Each one of these you see has a fuel trigger. Original wash bay there. This thing's already got fuel in it, but you can see the trigger shows up. No chasing eggs. There's the collector. After the third time, I actually got it to work, so that's why it's there. That and Reefy was making hysterical videos run around in circles. That guy can find different ways to become a YouTube star. In the original, there was a building there, but I never really cared for driving through it from the road. Again, this is an extra, so it will work off your left mouse button. All gates you will find will open to the inside, never toward the road. Oh crap, hit the brakes. Yet again, I forgot that these stock Giants vehicles are affected with MR, and I'm driving like a fool. Look at that. Let's try and tip her over. Back in 15, everybody had to have a waterfall, so there it is. Find your wife or girlfriend, put her in a white t-shirt, and when you're not farming, I suggest you hang out up there. Over here to the vehicle sales, or as Reefy would say, Chads. just got rid of one styre, and you can see that worked. I don't know why you'd want to go to an ATM just to pay off your loan, but there it is and there it works. Another one of these redundant triggers. You know, you could just push P, but here we are. Let's walk in here and push R. Keep an eye out, Reefy. I've done something to this, and I want to see if you know it. Know what I've done to it. This here John Deere you can get off Giant's Mod Hub. All I did was just took the textures for the decals and went in Paint Shop and or Photoshop, put some lettering on it, saved it, and put it back in. Yes, Reefy, I took the weight in the Giant's editor and changed it 180 degrees, so now when you want to hook up to it, it's in the right direction. Okay, here we are at the BGA. Now I'm going to stop and fumble around and try to get us in drone view or helicopter view so we can see all the triggers. Poop does make it up there to that ridge when it's full. The rib first to the top. Well, you can get up there, but I don't know how much fun it would be to empty out 3 bunkers with a front loader on a tractor. Here we go. That one works. Number 2 works. And number 3 for the win. Alright, across the street here is the first industrial building that I put on the map since we do not have the fattening of animals anymore. And since we don't have cows that make milk, I thought milk's going to be important. I added pallet collectors so you wouldn't be slave to this place. When they put out 1 cheese, 1 H milk, and then they'd go on strike till you moved them. I did change up the signs to, I guess it's Meadow Foods. If Google is correct, it is a British company that deals in dairy products. Really didn't think the Germans should be using all your milk and all that good stuff. Around back, this is where you deposit your milk. You do not get money right away when you bring it here. You gotta wait for the process to end out front. I didn't smooth out the ground there. I left the tape as is so it looks like it's worn from being driven over. Because them guys are too tired to make more than one pallet of food. I figured they're not going to be out there painting lines. Here we are at the farm shop. As you can see, it takes everything. Alright, now we're approaching the drop-off point for the Old Ridge Hotel. They take everything but potatoes and sugar beets. This place is better known for the afterlife for the Crawford Browns. It's like they're dead or something. I guess I meant to say their nightlife. They like to party. But not with the common folks. Oh, let's jab them on them brakes there. For some reason I thought this was going to be $1 million view. It almost is. At least you can see which way the wind's blowing. And being from the United States, I've learned new terms from you guys. This is a caravan. I just went there because I thought the old smoking campfire there that's making Smokey the Bear cringe pretty darn cool. Alright. Here's a mansion on the map. For some reason, one day, Reefy will have to explain to me why the Crawford Browns don't live here and they live in a sawmill. And don't ask me why I'm bashing a tractor into the door. I guess it's because I can. I'm 50, but I don't think I'll ever grow up. Now we're coming up to, let's see, Old Forge Stables. This is where when your horse dies, you bring it up here, and when we sell straw and stuff here, they'll stuff it and put it out in that field for you. Then you can come on weekends and take pictures. I don't know. It's anything that makes sense to me when they're just standing there. Alright, for those inept drivers, when you come to visit the sheep farm, let's use this lane. It's quite a bit wider. To the right is where the wool pallets spawn in. I think I have it set that 8 or 12 of them will come in there before you have to move them. Right there's where you feed them. This used to be the lamb fattening facility, but because there's no more UPK scripts running around, it's a thing of the past. But I was not deleting these buildings because this is what gives Old Ridge its personality. And I do have snow mask in there, so in the winter you can store the straw bales, or not straw, the hay bales. Alright, let's buy us some woolly crunchies. Right there to your right is where you give them water. All these buildings have a snow mask inside of them. Here's where you line up down the middle and pray for the best. Now we're at the buy sale points for the animals. It's always nice when you plan on 3 and you show up and there's 3 there to buy. Well, different types to buy. I bought more sheep because I fear when we hit the pig and cow triggers, I want you to see that they actually work. Right now we're at Old Field Garden Center. That's that trailer you can find on just about any 15 map. I just decided it was going to be orange. So if you find it somewhere else, you know where it came from. There's liquid diarrhea you can buy there. They'll sell there. Here's fertilizer, seeds, and when those animals grunt out a log, well, you can sell it there. That thing has a collision on it. I suggest you give it some room. Here's another thing that I scratched my head over, but it's original. I left it. We're going to go sell eggs at the post office. Let's Says we have 5. Ka-ching. My God, we're making money now. As most of you can see, this is what's probably left of the UPK Rothaler stuff. That's his building. I changed the textures on it because everywhere on the map that thing was blinking like a disco ball. And since Reefy has me as the store owner in his story, I just wanted something a lot cooler looking. Let's scroll on over here, because currently we take cheese, we take milk, and we take wool. That's on the map right here to the side. I put boards there so you wouldn't be confused. This trigger takes the pallets full of boards. Back here is where the wool, H milk, and the cheese goes. I would say the H word, but I'd probably swallow my tongue doing it, so we'll just go with H milk. Basically, we know that's where they heat it up to real quick to kill any bacteria and probably get rid of most of the good stuff out of it. And here we are at Quaff's Pub. I was trying to get the Batman sign in the air. Help, farmer, we're out of potatoes, but duh, I was sitting on the trigger. So let's try this one more time. Right there, in my awesome driving style, I'm proving that I took the collisions off the hedges before bringing them into the game. Because rest assured, I'm not a glutton for punishment. I love course play. Now guys, as we mentioned earlier, this is where the Crawford Browns live. I'm still scratching my head over it. The water trigger works. I don't know why you want to buy water when just right around this tree you can back your tanker right up in there and get the water for free. It's also where you can sell your logs. I have added the sawmill, as you can see. It takes, let's see, hey, I even added a pallet spawner there. I forgot I did that. slowly let's turn this mouse and make a sobriety walk. Now the only important part of this is, yet again, it's a British map. As you can see, I changed everything to English. And when this thing's loaded down with the logs and its fuel, which is wood chips, that thing will light up and it will be in English also. Got a little bit of forestry to your right, and here's the BHP. Another one of these y'all things. I bet you we're going to get fuel out of it. And wood chips go there. Auto save for the win. Well, this all in here does not have any snow mask. Just a little bit under the triggers, but this is where your extra storage goes. Between these three buildings, you can store up to 700,000 liters worth of stuff. I changed the original blue texture to black to better suit the farm theme. And yes, I did. I put SOB on there as they're mischievous and tagging up things in the dark. And here we are at the pigs. This is probably the worst thing I did to this original map, was getting rid of the two brick pig facilities, but well, we had to bring these guys in. And now, afterthought, I wished I would have put a different building in, because when I did this, I didn't know snow was going to be a thing. I was just worried about giving them a little bit of shade. So maybe you'll have mercy on them and send them to the bacon factory before the first snow falls. Obviously, that was a trigger to buy them, since we're going to drive around them. This is where you give them water, straw. When they pinch one out, it will end up in there by magic, and their liquid crap LO will be there. And here's the food. And I am glad to say, when they make a mess, you can take a telehandler in there, and you're not going to be finding a hidden trigger that's going to flip you upside down. I'm pretty bad at it, and I haven't done it yet. I just moved a couple hedges there so we could have access to this grass field here. In my single player game, I plowed that up and put plantable grass in there, so I could go through all the pain of having to fertilize it 3 times. Now we're going to go into helicopter view, because this to me was the coolest dang thing when I played this in 15. I fed them cows so much so I could be overflowing in the liquid gold. I just think that's cool. It just looks like something that you might possibly see on a model railroad. Even in 17, there, whatever that was, that still looks germy and nasty. Let's go there. You got storage, but you know, snow blowing there. I did not put a snow mask in them. Auto save, and yet again, more gas. I think this farm has more gas triggers than a baked bean convention. Alright, this is empty, but it's open, and in hindsight, I lucked out by sticking a full snow mask inside there, so you decide to freeze your pigs out in the winter, you'll be able to at least store a couple straw bales in there. Here we are at the forestry export sell points. I'm just going to show you there's the feature for FS17 actually works on this map. As soon as I figure out what I'm doing. Well, I'm getting closer. Oh, look at that. Now, how's that for a memory game? But all the trigger markers for FS17 does disappear. Come on, dum-dum. One more. There you go. Now we're at the freight yard. They take everything. You can see the green beside us, but I'm sitting right on the trigger, so when we pop out, it disappeared. Alright, next on the list, here we are. The transport company. That looks so small. Wonder how they're staying in business competing against the freight yard. But they're still here. And they take everything. Looks like it'd be funny if they load their stuff up on the truck and take it next door to ship it off by train. Oh, and get back there. No, the trains do not work. Since 17, getting extra money, sending them off wasn't a thing. I just thought it was ridiculous that a farmer would push a lever to get extra money by sending the train off. So it does not function. Alright, let's go for the slow pan. Why? I don't know why. I just think this building's rustic and cool looking. I really like it. Now, if your wife is totally mad at you for being addicted to Farm Sim, I suggest you turn the volume down, because we're getting ready to go see the moo cows. And as in real life, they are loud. So I got laughing. You hear people complain about it. It's like, yep, I can tell you've never been to a real farm. They're loud and they stink. First, let's pull in here. Everybody ever known just turn this field into a place for placeables, so that's what I did. I just made it. I just cleaned the grass off of it so you could put stuff there and not have grass growing through up everything, making it look stupid. In my own Let's Play, I have. Let's see, I put a shelter up, a TMR mixer, and a grass hay silo. Yay, our final pinch one out pits. Anyway, that's solid manure. We'll throw the F1 back on one more time so you can see that we do have full triggers in the bunker. And in my part of the world, this thing would be where you would get the Hershey squirts. Slurry. I just think that's a funny word, but straight ahead is the water trough. Cows are a thing in 17, so let there be light. I'm trying to get in this cow buy trigger, but my mouse is blinking. This probably wouldn't, not a smart time not to change the batteries in it. I find this kind of funny. See that black cow there? I think it's got a jetpack on, because by the time I get done yammering here, you're going to see it. That's a grass plain from Old Ridge 15, because that's as far as they can come up to eat. If I make them eat out of the trough, the cow coming in from the water thing will give them the old static cow syndrome. So that was my workaround. Straw to the right, all the grass green stuff to the left. Gate opens up toward us, just so we don't look stupid knocking cows over. Oh, there it is. Oop, there it is. Ew. This inside here has a full snow mask in it. I got a few trails around in here, and that building's completely snow masked up, so you can store your hay and bales in there without worries. You will have to get a trailer that actually can take milk, because there are no milk sales on this map. What I'm saying is at 12 o'clock you don't magically get money. You gotta go there and pick up your milk. There's a milk sale point if you want immediate cash, or you can take it down to Meadow Foods, where they'll process it into cheese and H milk. And if you need to think about it, you get 6 pallets of each, and each of the 6 gets you $25,000 thereabouts at the general store. So if you get all the cheese, all the milk, that's 50 grand. And you still got milk in that factory. But here you go. If you want immediate money from your milk, here's the sell point. I laugh every time I see it. I think of Doctor Who. And here we are at DeKalb. I'm pretty much going to say they take everything. Let's check up on the JCB. Come on, get out, tractor. There you go. Alright, this is funny. So this is where you sell your wool. But that thing sticking out its butt rolling away, I don't know what to think about it. I just laugh. That's why it's there. Alright, hey, the lights turned on. I put lights on the billboard that pretty much you can see that sign anywhere from the within the valley. But I'm pretty sure they own the valley, so makes sense. And let's go out the indoor. Well, that didn't work so well. I wanted to give you guys a shot of the JCB out there working, but obviously the camera did not want to cooperate. So we'll look at it this way. See that? That there, my people, that is indispensable. Having course play working for you and working well. I don't mind plowing and doing all that stuff, but I just don't need to tackle field 13 with a 4-meter plow. It's that time of day where we gotta get out and let you see all the pretties. Alright, this used to be OEB Limited. But they moved on to bigger and better things and better names, so I changed it to Merriman Grain. I swear to God, if that guy dies, they're going to bury him here. And Merriman Grain takes everything. So as you see on this map, the economy, there's a lot of competing industries or sell points. Now it's time we head back to the farm. I believe there's just one little buy point I have to show you, and then we will get into the bonus edition of this look around. And here we go. If you back your water trailer up there, and you did not forget your wallet, you can buy water there. Well, this is the point where I pull in here not knowing quite what to do. It's like, I should show them this snow mask. Let's see, how are we going to go about it? Oh yeah, I know. We'll hit Control R and look like we're taking a dump beside the tractor. Trust me guys, for the next 10 minutes this is probably going to be painful. About as painful as my butt is right now. But bear with me, it becomes worth it. I do get smarter as this progresses. I mean, how am I showing you anything when we're sitting there looking at a house? And I do believe we're a little over an hour recording. We haven't locked up. We're still almost pushing 60 frames per second. And now I am really starting to get nervous, so all this work will be for nothing when I keep fast forwarding time. Right now I'm just trying to think where would be the best place to park. It's going to give you a fuel advantage of the seasons changing. You gotta remember, I've never recorded a video before, and I'm just voicing over now. I don't know all the tricks, so honestly guys, if I knew what I was doing, I would have cut some of this out. I guess it's kind of funny in a way. I mean, now I know what the orange words are saying. I'm killing animals. I didn't, Season Mod does it, but to see it there, it actually works. I guess the things actually do like food and water. Now I'm getting desperate. I brought up the, let's see, the Alt F or whatever it is. It brings up the days. And this is the first time I used the Alt-N to skip through the night times. Normally I would just use the Control-R and do it super fast, but like I said, I'm afraid of locking this game up. I'm pretty sure I'm sitting here at this moment. Hey, developer console, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Because at this point, I'm like, how long can a season be? Oh, I want these trees to change colors. And I know I've fast forward to genocide a whole herd of sheep, cows, and pigs. And we still haven't changed any leaves. I thought, oh, they were changing there, but nope, that was just the lighting. But hang in there with me, guys. You're going to see in a minute what I did wrong. This is a separate game save I started just to do this. Because there's no way I'm screwing up the one I started. Alright. We started this thing on early spring, and we finally got to summer. I think maybe I'm soon going to catch a clue on what I did wrong. So now I can actually have a total respect on what the YouTuber guys do to prep to do this kind of thing. And especially when things aren't going your way and you're so far into it that you don't want to scrap it. Oh goody, it looks like another 3 animals just croaked. Ah, check it out. I finally caught on. Duh. 9 days. That was a lot of fast forwarding, and we didn't make it but past one season. Reefy trick. I pulled up the FPS to see how bad the map's thinking. I haven't done this often, but every time I have done it, I have noticed that exactly mid-autumn is when the trees change colors. Which is alright, that's not really what I'm going through for this. I'm trying to get it to snow. And that's not happening until the middle of winter. Now I can finally look up that tree and say, yep, it changed. And we finally made it to winter. It is pretty gloomy looking. Now I see snowflakes up in that cloud there. Well, there we have it. But I was trying to fast forward slow enough not to blow right through it and ruin everything I'm working for here. But you're still watching this. You're seeing a video, so in the end, it all worked out. I forgot all about the poor fast track out in the field. I cannot confirm or deny what we're about to see out there, but it is pretty freaking cool. Alright, that JCB is not going too fast. As you see, I got four-wheel drive and both diff locks on. So, I don't know if it's the maintenance part of it or if frozen ground, I mean, that's what I'm hoping for, but I'm sure somebody will leave a comment and tell us for sure. I guess I decided we're going to limp this thing on back and show you the maintenance. Oh, that was not a smart idea. You will see. On the plus side, I did find out if you get Farmer Andy's toolbox and you throw it in the back of a pickup truck, you could take that out to anything and sit it beside it, and you will be able to perform your season maintenance. I think that's really useful if you got those there's conveyor belts and stuff. Because I know I don't want to drag one all the way across the farm to get maintenance on it. Come on, girl. Let's start up. We only got a little bit ways to go. And the funny thing is, I need to turn right here. I get disoriented and flustered that I can't get this thing to keep running. And, well, you'll see what I do with it here in a minute. You guessed it, like the Titanic, I abandoned ship. never to fear, my favorite Johnny Deere is going to get service so we can continue this little tour. If you first don't succeed, you try the right buttons. It's left Alt R. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it's time to get serious and get some snow on the ground to show you what it looks like with the snow mask inside the buildings and on certain parts of the roads. I did not do all the roads because I thought, well, half the fun is for you guys to go out there and plow them. There we go. Eureka. Now I can go do a quick drive and call this thing done. If you see any snow in any of these buildings that I didn't attend for, well, it's just the way it is, because I did the snow mask and I went in game and drove around, and while I was in game I jumped out while the game was still running, went in Giants editor and started editing all these buildings while I could see where the stuff was. Now I left it creep in like, you know, the snow was blowing. I didn't want to go too unrealistic and have a nice straight edge there. The only road I did in the farm was the main one up the center there. The few roads I did do, everything starts from this farm and branches out. The one irritating part is right here. You can look real close to that cedar right there. You see a little pile. 3 times I tried to get rid of that. Chickens, I did around the food and their coops. All that fast forwarding, we got eggs galore. Did a little bit in front of the fuel tank. Too bad those things won't rust away, so you'll be able to use them in the spring or summer or whenever, fall. But this is cool looking. So you realize probably 2019 Giants already hijacked half of their scripts from Romulus, I think it's said. I can't pronounce that stuff too well. I always laugh because everybody said what they wanted, and you got certain modders out there, they can make it happen. So come on, Giants. My biggest gripe is when it rains, I don't want it coming in the cab of the tractor or in the buildings. That's just ridiculous looking. Alright, these roads were cleared because milk's a thing, and I want to make sure they were open. You see, I just gave a little trail through here. Oops, I got fooled. I was getting a little tired of it being dark and dingy there, but then it's 7:30 in the morning and it don't look any better. I'm afraid that if I kept fast forwarding it, the snow would just disappear. Here we're going to get real unrealistic quick, because I wanted to show you. This is where that placeable area is. As you can see, there's no soda mask on it. So be aware of that. But I think if you're storing hay and straw and all that good stuff, I've provided enough really dry areas. And guys, this is the first time I realized that, I've watched this before I put my voice to this, and this is the first time I realized I killed all the animals. There you go. We had 10 plus everything, even more sheep, and there's none. So feeding them and giving them water is a thing. You can pack your bales in there, man. That looks cool. I like that. Gave you a little bit of snail trails to define inside there. Alright, we're at the back side of the farm. I do believe we're heading to the milk factory. Apparently one of two ways. It's pretty neat how the water there looks like a kind of a pale emerald color. And I did a quick loop around here, and I did make sure the pallet collectors were clean, so they'll still function. And I gotta admit, there's nothing been done with the snow over at the board factory. But I figure if you're playing with trees in the snow, that you should be able to shovel your own crap out over there. At some point, I will do the pallet collector over there. I gotta at least do that part. Like I said, if you started at the farm and you went toward town, you would be able to get the sheep without going through the snow here. But I'm really starting to jones for a cigar and coffee, so we're going to blow through this as quick as possible, and yet still leave it kind of amusing, entertaining, and informative. Everything cleaned out to be able to take care of your sheep, and yeah, guess I'm more hurry than I thought. Anyway, back there inside that building, it is cleared out for you to store your hay bales. I'd hate to say it, but I think I actually drive better in the dark, in the snow, in a hurry, than I did in the daytime. So here, one more time, let's go visit the post office, drop off eggs, since chickens are impervious to everything. Show you real quick, I did do a path around the store because all this stuff still has production during the winter, provided you didn't kill your cows. Now we'll head down and see the piggers, and I promise you at that point we'll wrap this dog and pony show up. Because at any point now, the phone's either going to ring, or somebody's going to pull in my driveway, and these two dogs of mine are going to bark their heads off. And the hedges are from Dusty Cove. That guy was ahead of his time on that one, or something. This to show you real quick, I did nothing in here other than just a little bit under these drop off and pickup points. Anyway, the hedges, I got off his map because that Reamless, they said that his map was ready for him and had the scripts and all that good stuff. And by the way, I did vote his map best. I liked it. I believe it's Dusty Dave. I'll have to check again. Alright, real quick, I was looking out the window. We just looked at pigs. Under the shelter and under their troughs are all cleaned out. But here's what that other one looks like at the sheep too. As you see, more than 2/3 of it is snow proof, so none of your stuff's going to rot away. And finally, I'm going to show you a little Easter egg bonus I figured out. I went to Disco's channel and downloaded his episode 30 courseplay route from May 2015. So buddy, if you're watching, stuff you did a long time ago is still relevant. When I brought it in, I stuck it in there. It's import from save game. I like using the transfer, and it's the pig and beef. And there we go. I know I should just go to, well, we're just going to the nearest waypoint, and I don't have to hit it again, but because it was going to stop here anyway. But anyway, there it goes. Same map, different map, same coordinates, and it still works. That's pretty cool. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please show my buddy Reefy1952 some love, and show me that I didn't make you puke up your guts too bad on this video by giving it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. I don't know what I'm going to do in the future, but I do have Reborn Lee, I guess it's called. It's sitting in 17. I just haven't done anything with it in over a month. Alright guys, with that, I'm going to step into a character and say cheerio for now. Cheerio. Thanks for watching. Bye.